What's up, family? It is your girl, Brittany Cole, gym owner, small business owner, e commerce online, mom of three, to be. And I have so much going on that what I'm focused on this video is how I'm going to get my life together. And that's something that I know a lot of people say they're going to do. And the crazy thing is, you're constantly getting your life together. It's not something that's always just set in stone. As you grow, you're going to have to adjust different things within your period of your life. But I feel like right now I'm at a point where I'm kind of just sick of my own shit. I'm tired of the laziness. I'm tired of not utilizing my downtime. So my focus right now is how I'm going to figure out how I'm going to get my life together. I'm really big on life by design. And the past year, I've kind of just let myself dive so deep into motherhood, and it has been beautiful. It has been beautiful because, again, I have a 8 month old right now. He just turned 8 months today, and I have a baby on the way, plus a 4 year old. So I've dived so much into motherhood that I haven't really put a lot of structure and emphasis in my business, whether it's my gym or it's my online e commerce store. So, what I want to do is figure out how I'm going to organize my life for 2025. Because what I was doing in 2024 is just not going to work this time. It's just not. The first thing I really want to do is to work on consistency without losing creativity. And what I mean by that is, I am a creative. Okay, I'm a creative. And I know a lot of people say that now because, creators and stuff like that, but my mind just works a lot differently. I'm not the best with structure, with certain times to do things because I do things when I'm inspired. Okay, my best flyers, my best marketing, my best events that I host and that I have are at the most random moment. So the way my brain works as a creative is totally different than someone who is a lot more structured. But the thing about it is that without the structure, the creativity does not matter because you don't really get to put it out there. So what I really want to focus on is being consistent in my life in these three different areas that are very key to me right now while not losing my creativity. The first thing that's very important to me is being consistent with my marketing. I feel like when it comes to my business, the reason why I suffered a lot in 2024 is because I wasn't consistent in my marketing. There were times where my marketing was really, really high. And then there were times that my marketing really wasn't there, it was non existent because I was just focused on so many other different things, being postpartum, then finding out I'm pregnant just 3 months after that, and just taking care of my household and the business as it is. So I really want to focus on my marketing this year because I know that with me putting more time into my marketing and actually making sure that I put it down what I'm going to do and having a structure to it, then marketing is what's going to really bring in the customers, bring in the clients, bring in the business. So that's something that I really have to hone in on. Another thing is my training. I noticed that the biggest dip in my business has been personal training. And personal training is basically the high ticket item when it comes to my business. So I have a lot of different things that I offer for Killer Body Fitness, but since that's the high ticket item and since that's the thing that I went down on the most because I was pregnant and then I was postpartum, I couldn't train, that made my business suffer a lot because that's where a lot of my income came from. So I really, really, really want to focus on my training. So if you have a business, I would definitely say, what is your high ticket item for your business and figure out how you can really market that, how you can really get that out to people because that right there is usually what pays the bills. That right there is what gets things flowing. So I really have to focus on my training and not only just focusing on my training, but being a better trainer, always learning more. One thing that I'm huge on is I'm not really a school person, but I can be a course person. I can learn something. I like to always, learn more when it comes to my field. You also want to do when it comes to your field because the more you know, the better you are. And the better of a trainer that I am, then the better results my clients are going to receive. So my focus when it comes to training is to be more consistent with it. Even after I go postpartum, I want to get right back into training, not only my clients, but myself, but really getting that high ticket price item back onto my revenue because that right there is where I've been suffering the most. So in order to get my life together, I got to get the money together. Okay. In order to get the money together, I need to see what makes me the most money and how I'm going to market that and get that more into my business. Now, the third and final thing that's really important to me right now is my content. I personally feel like I used to be the content queen, and that's how I personally also think that I got my gym. People talk about social media like it's just putting your business out there, but if you put your business out there the right way, it can become a business. You know what I'm saying? So, starting in 2012 is when I really, really got serious with social media. And back then, I was just a personal trainer. And I truly believe that because of my marketing on social media, always putting my training out there, always putting, different fitness tips and stuff like that, and really growing a really great foundation of people who were interested in it, that's how I was able to open my gym. Now, remember, we'll go over that later on, but the way I got my gym was very crazy. Someone messed up. I took advantage of an opportunity. I said, I got the money. I have the money. Let me get this gym. But I would not have had that confidence if I knew I didn't have the clientele. And I did have the clientele because my content was on point and I was putting things out there. So I really, really, really want to be on my ass about getting that content out there. And again, the content really goes hand in hand with the marketing. Okay. So the more content that I put out there, the more content I can market to people to bring in the clients so I can get those high ticket items. The marketing, the training, the content, all of this is all tying together for me. And that's something that I need to work on my consistency in order to get my life together. Next, very important, and I talk about this a lot, is having systems. Systems will save your life, it will save your business, it will save your personal life. Systems are everything because if you don't have structure in your life, then it's very hard to be able to also have balance. And you need balance so that way you don't lose your mind. That's one thing I noticed. If I put everything into motherhood or everything into business and the other lacks, there's no balance. That's usually when I'm the most stressed, right? So having systems to make sure that I can balance the different things that I want to incorporate in my life, because I don't want to let the gym go. It's something that I've been battling in my head. Like, can I do it? And I know I can, but it's going to take a lot out of me. And I really want to pour so much into these three beautiful sons that God has given me. But I also believe that I can do both of them. I just have to find a balance so that way I'm not overwhelmed. So creating those systems and putting them into my life is going to make business easier, motherhood easier, and then my mind at a more peaceful state. One thing I'm really huge on is having a schedule. Having a schedule is so important. It's something I really didn't care about before. I used to be a very on the whim type of person, very free spirit. I was big on, making sure everybody know I'm very free spirit. Like, I do this, I do that. Like, don't lock me down on anything. But now, like, your girl is locked down. These kids and this husband and this new life that I prayed for and I have now, it got me locked down, and in a very good way, in a very, very good way, because I have stability in my life. And I want to make sure that with that stability comes a lot of just happiness and joy without feeling like I'm locked down, because I'm not truly locked down, but I'm forced to prioritize. So in order to prioritize, I have to have a lot of structure. I have a lot of things that I want to accomplish this year. I don't want to be in the same place I was in 2024. So having structure and making sure that I do not overwhelm myself is very, very, very important when it comes to this new year and getting my life together. If I don't have structure, if I don't have a schedule, if I don't have a system, then most likely I'm going to repeat the same thing. And that's not what I want. I want to do better. Okay. In order to do better, you have to be better. And that is the goal for this year. So getting my life together. First thing, consistency without losing my creativity. Very, very important. My second thing is having systems so that way I can have structure and have freedom. I feel like with discipline and with structure comes freedom. And that's what I feel like I have not had. I've been, locked down and pulled in so many different areas that I haven't had freedom for myself, which actually goes into number three. The number three thing to getting my stuff together this year is to prioritize myself. Crazy thing that I notice is that there's a lot of times when I do have downtime and I still don't prioritize myself. I'm either doom scrolling or I'm just, sitting there with the baby. And there's so much more that I can be doing. I can get up and do things with the baby. I could put him in a high chair. I can put him in the walker so that way he can do things. So I need to learn how to prioritize myself, not just sit on the couch with him, but put him in a high chair, go into the bathroom, do my makeup. Because if you look good, you feel good. And that's something that I really have not done the past 5 years since I opened the gym. I haven't poured into myself. I've poured everything first into the gym. Then once I got married, I made sure to try to pour everything into marriage so that I'm a great wife. And then becoming a mother, I'm pouring everything into that. So now I feel like it's definitely time to pour into me because I basically drained myself out. I really ran myself down to a point where since I wasn't doing good and I wasn't feeling good and I was in this deep depression that I didn't even know, everything else was falling. So since I didn't have anything poured into my cup anymore, my cup was empty. I had nothing to pour into any of these other cups. So that's why you have to make sure to pour into yourself, because if you don't, after a while, the well is going to run dry. And honey, that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make sure that I love myself more this year. You know, there's times where I feel like when I'm just sitting and I'm just looking at other people's life, or I'm just sitting there and I'm just, watching Netflix when I can be doing other things. To me, that was a form of not loving myself because I just kept myself in a very stuck place. Now, granted, I was going through postpartum. Granted, I have a lot of different things going on, but so does everybody else. It's not just me. So it's about picking myself up, seeing where I'm lacking, and getting my shit together. You know what I'm saying? So those are the three different things that I'm really focusing on this year coming up 2025, because I do not want to repeat 2024 where I'm just lazy and I'm not motivated. I need discipline. I need discipline. I need structure. I need to pour into myself. I need to have consistency in my life. And that's something that a lot of people can relate to. So remember this: if you want change, you have to implement change. Do not expect change to just come, because it is not. Do not expect someone to drag you out of bed and get you doing what you need to do, because they're not. They're doing what they need to do. So it's about picking yourself up. You don't want to do it, still do it. Be disciplined. Do what you're supposed to do in order to make sure that you are getting better and doing better for yourself. Because that's what life is about. It's about growing, growing all the time. So I know you might have your times of just being down, but figure out how to pick yourself up. Get some great friends, get some great hobbies, figure out something that you can do to pick yourself up and get out of bed and do what you're supposed to do to get your life together. We're in this together. You're not alone. I promise you. I promise you. Oh, listen, please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you like these videos, I'm going to be teaching you a lot of different things about business, the back end. Also, I'm going to be letting you know about my life and how it actually is to run a business and to have a family. I don't want to just, show you the great things. I want to tell you the nitty gritty. I want to tell you the different things that are hard and how I overcome them over time. It's something that I want you to be on a journey with, that you see what's happening. So again, like, comment, and subscribe. Show your girl some love, because I'm going to be here. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be here. So you might as well enjoy the show.